The quarantine has been extended in my country. I don't know for the how many times. I thought that it is going to be stopping at around 3 months, but right now we are going into 4.5 months. I recently started a business that you guys, I was not in proper kind of mind, and also I've been getting all these particular kind of copyright claims, especially from the videos I did first. Yes, like you guys, it was so bad. I have not watched the video up to this moment in time because I'm very traumatized by murder. I'm very traumatized to see people being killed. So, hi honeys, how are you? Tanyanishailoc here, and of course, welcome back to my YouTube channel. What's popping, what's well, and of course, all that particular kind of good stuff over there. If this is your first time here, please do consider subscribing. I'm a content creator, basically concentrating myself on lifestyle, beauty, and of course, all that particular kind of good stuff. So it's jackpot. Just smash the subscribe button below, but of course don't forget to follow me on all my social media platforms. I'm gonna be leaving everything on the screen, and of course all that particular kind of good stuff. I've seen from the thumbnail to the title of the video, today we want to talk about a life update. I know you guys who have been seeing the back-to-back kind of uploads from me. Yes, I want to try to explain a little bit about that, and of course also try to explain about how my life has been going for the last few months. You know, literally whenever you are behind the camera, a lot of people never imagine maybe what you go through, or maybe the imagination is very different from what you are going through, and of course all that. And that's why, that is one of the main reasons why I want to come over here, literally to always do an update. I know I've not done an update in months, yes, in months, but it's finally here. And first of all, talk about this particular kind of situation which is in the world. I know not only in my country, Uganda, and of course East Africa, the region I come from, but also in other regions of the world, you know, South Africa, West Africa, Africa, America, Europe, and of course all those particular kind of continents. The pandemic has been so real, and we have lost a lot of people. Believe it or not, especially here in Africa and other continents, though the number of deaths in other continents is a little bit much higher than what we have here in Africa. But also at Edmonton to that, the last 3 weeks literally have been so hard, especially on the black community, since the death of George Floyd. And it was so bad, like you guys, it was so bad. I have not watched the video up to this moment in time because I'm very traumatized by murder. I'm very traumatized to see people being killed, and of course I'm very traumatized to see all that particular kind of stuff. That's why even up to now I say to myself that I'm not going to watch the video, because at the end of the day, those are the thoughts that are going to be on my head. So literally, despite of the two factors that I've talked about that have been the key standing factors, especially in our current world, there are also other things that have been brought about by those two situations. I'll first of all talk about the quarantine, and of course the isolation, and of course the pandemic. You guys, the quarantine has been extended in my country. I don't know for the how many time. I remember that before we thought that it is going to be stopping at around 3 months, but right now we are going into 4.5 months, which is crazy, because when I think about that I was supposed to be graduating next year from nursing school, and looking at how all this particular kind of situation is affecting everything, it just hits me so hard. Not only that, but also coping up with our businesses. I recently started a business that you guys, I was not in proper kind of mind to come and tell you by then, and I hope to do a very full video about that. But I recently started my business months ago, especially at the start of the year, that I was very comfortable with, and of course I started promoting it. I started I was in the progress, of course, of opening a website, and of course I was advertising it to every person, of course. I know right now we don't have a website, but of course I was in the process. I did tell people who were very close to me and all that particular kind of stuff. So it was a kind of clothing line kind of thing, and I had a purchaser, or as not a salesman, but I think I had this businessman, I'll just call him a businessman, who literally brings in clothing from Western countries. And of course, when they enter into the country, they're in containers. So literally, he was looking out for different promoters, and of course, different people who can sell his products on a very, very minimalistic kind of prices, because he had counted on the the taxes, the VAT, whatever the case may be, and maybe he saw that that was the simplest way possible for it, for them to be sold off. Though when I sealed that deal, and of course I was talking to that person, that the manager of that person, he had given me an offer, to talk about the goodies here on my channel, of course different platforms, and of course admin onto that to get different people, giving them different codes so that they can be able, of course, to purchase the goodies at, of course, a minimalistic price, and of course all that. And I had planted a lot of cash in this business, like a lot of cash. But since the pandemic started, you guys, it has been so difficult for me to cope up with that. The more it is extending, the more hardships it's bringing, and the more chaos it's bringing to not only to my business, but to a lot of other Ugandan business. I speak to a person who I know who literally had just got a loan from the bank, and that person had just got that loan. As soon as she did use the money, she was starting up a business about hair styling and of course hairdressing and of course all that. As soon as she set up the place, then the pandemic hit, and she had only paid, I think, something like 200,000 Ugandan shillings onto something like 4 million Ugandan shillings. That's a lot of money. And by that time she was still paying, she was in the process of paying, and of course everything, the pandemic hit so hard. The salon was closed because the salons are no longer operating right now. The salons were closed, and the loan, the people gave her the money. How do we call them in Uganda? We call them money lenders. And the money lenders who lent her money, they were literally on her head, like literally on her head. Everything is closed. She has nothing to eat. She set up the business. The landlords want their cash at the end of every month, and it is so difficult, because when you look at it from the other angle, you see that it's a two-way traffic. Landlords do literally have their own kind of loans, and of course also the tenants also have their own kind of loans. So it's a two-way kind of a traffic thing, which is hard to deal with, but only to just get away to compensate, which is the right way. And also I know of another person, of course, who got a loan from bank, and when she did get a loan from bank, time reached when she has not paid the money. It was approaching, I think, the start of the quarantine, and she had not paid the money, but she was doing everything so that she gets the money back so that she can pay off the loan. And unlucky enough, the bank owners literally came in and took all of her property, which is hard, and of course it is not easy to deal up with or literally to uphold. Usually I would not be fair unless I talk about also the platforms where I am. You guys, that are people who started with me, especially on this channel, that I literally started my channel wanting to be myself. By the time I started my channel, I never knew that literally they do pay you. Yes, I never thought that it is payable, you can earn from YouTube and of course all that. I just did it out of passion, creating all this particular kind of content to inspire other people to be themselves, and of course to inspire people such as me who literally had no platforms, because people such as me, they always denied that particular kind of chance to, even right now they are denied. But literally when I was starting out, I literally looked out for people who were like me, people who resembled me, the way I talk, the way I behave, doing things I want, and of course all that, which was very, very hard, especially here in Africa. But as I was telling you, that I never knew that even you can be paid and you can earn a living from YouTube. But later on, after I'd created, I think after I'd been in for around 3-6 months, I literally came to learn about that. And my channel is not yet monetized. Yes, my channel is not yet monetized. And also I've been getting all these particular kind of copyright claims, especially from the videos I did first. Yes, I had something like 28 videos which had copyright. I used to use songs for different musicians, especially in Uganda. I never knew about that. Yes, the first videos I did upload, I've been receiving a lot of copyright claims from those, and yet my channel is soon going to be monetized, because I'm soon hitting all the requirements they need for monetization, and it has been giving me hikes. I remember yesterday I did delete some YouTube videos from my old videos because I never even knew how to deal with them anymore. I know that there are other options, such as trimming out where the music is, or literally muting that music, and of course all that. But I just felt like I needed some space to breathe. There are a lot of videos. I'm near to the finishing line, and it has been depressing me, for God's sake, for some of these days, and that's why even I stopped uploading videos on Friday. And yet you know that I do upload 3 videos every day, yes, Monday to Sunday and all that. So if you have any knowledge or any kind of mentoring you can give me, please let me know in the comment section below. What do you think of that? The copyright kind of thing, the copyright claim, does it affect me when I'm going to be monetized? So literally, I want to talk about the last thing that I feel is very important and I cannot leave out, especially in these last few months, especially for the month of June and July, because not July but June and May. Yes, June and May. Back then in 2019 or at the start of 2018, I literally knew where I wanted to fall in life. I knew that I would either do beauty or something like that. I had it always in my brain, though I knew that I'm going to be joining the medical sector or the medical career, and of course all that. But I always had this idea in my head, and I remember at the start of 2019 I settled down, and of course I learned much about hair braiding, hair weaving, hair, most of the things about hair, especially our afro kind of hair. And when I did start that, I thought that it was a very good opportunity for me, especially to also uplift my makeup talent, start doing bridal makeup, and of course at the same time be doing hair. But of course, as also this pandemic brought in a lot of effects, and of course a lot of effects, such as not working, not being able, of course, to attend different salons, to do people different hair, to get paid, and of course get these makeup gigs, to go out to work on different brides, different birthday babies, and of birthday babies, and many people have made it to their birthdays, and of course all that. It has also been a very positive kind of way, especially for me, to uplift and of course uprouse my makeup talent. I've been able to improve in a lot of skills, especially when it comes to makeup. I've learned, and of course learned how to trick, learned how to use, learned how to do a lot of things, especially makeup, which I do appraise for the kind of quarantine, because right now you have to be at school, although the quarantine came in and of course stopped us from everything. And another thing I want to talk about, it is also the hair. I have been able, not very often, to be doing hair, but I've got, I think, something like 3-4 times, 7 to 10 times I've braided hair and done hair onto my customers finding me here at home, and of course all that, which also tries to lift me up and of course puts me in a position that I am. Actually, as I come to the conclusion of the video, thank you very much, you guys, for watching my life update. I know I've not talked about a lot of things such as dancing, but I will in the future do a video about dancing update. What am I on in this quarantine? How am I moving with dancing as a course? Am I reading? Am I not reading? And of course all that. So just tune in for that next video, will be coming very soon. Thank you very much for watching. Remember to subscribe, comment something in the comment section below, like the video, and of course, yeah, let me meet you in my next video. Bye for now.